Hi everyone, today I will be talking about the book called Once a Mouse, retold and illustrated by Marcia Brown. This presentation will be given by me, who am I, Narely Torrijos. Briefly introduction to the book called Once a Mouse. This is a story about a mouse who took advantage of a wise man who wanted to help the poor animal. Throughout the story, we can view and identify how the man magically transformed the mouse into the predators that wanted to eat him, which were a tiger, a dog, and a cat. But the mouse started to grow out himself mentally to the point where he wanted to kill his protector at the end of the story. At the end of the story, the man turned the mouse back into his original shape or species and let him go back to the jungle. Themes that identified to the story were kindness and egoistic. Colored scheme of the book that I found were my thoughts about the book that I can identify were different colors senses such as yellow, orange, white, red, black, brown, and light and dark green. Seeing those colors in the books make me think how in the 1961 illustrators used dark values to project wonderful stories. Seeing dark colors throughout the story makes me feel interested and catches my attention, leading to a suspense stage. Techniques that I identified that were used through the book were acrylic painting, color, pencils, sketch, tape to leave perfect white spots of figures, and others. You can see pictures or images here about different dark values. They give such a good illustration imaging. Visual details that I found in the book were partners, shapes, repeated images, and expressionist feelings. Shapes that I found were rectangles, triangles, circles, sketching, and squares. We can see rectangles in the man, animals, and trees, triangles in animals, roof, and the man, circles on the eye, sketching in the trees, roof, plants, the man, and the animals. And we could see squares in the man and the book. Here are some examples where I found the shapes of the sketchings. There's some eyes too. Expressionist feelings are seen in the story. The old man worried for the mouse. A wild cat wanted to eat the mouse, so he converted him into a wild cat as well to protect himself. This was the wild mouse cat at the beginning, and this is the transformation that the man made. Patterns were on dressing, plants, lines, and animals. As you can see, there's two cats, lines over the trees. Here's another cat when he was being wild. And some repetition that we'll talk about. It's the beginning and the end of the story. You can see how they end. This is how it began and this is how it ends. There's a type of connection. And there's same creatures such as the mouse. This is when the mouse left. These are the cats. There's some other species of animals, monkeys, birds. Yes. Size portion on the book was similar. Most of the images in the book are designed with different length. They're well detailed. Each scene or image takes over both pages. If illustrate one of them, the book almost is a page. So this was two. Like it took the whole 2 pages to illustrate one scene. And on this one, it was just one. But it took all over the page, as well as this one. Character and realistic. In the book, there were only 2 main characters, which were the man and the mouse. The man is a simple design. You can see on his outfit and his face and his beard. The mouse, it was carefully designed since it was a small animal at the beginning of the story. For me, this character is not realistic. It's just a sample cartoon. All characters that are animals except the man, but all them are categorized as cartoon as well, because they don't really see realistic. Angles of the reading. In the reading, The reader set up his text in different areas of the pages, giving it a different angles so we can view the image and then read. You can read left to right. Here's some examples of where was the dialogues at during the book. They are in the same spot. Happy or sad ending thoughts. My thought about this story was happiness, worthiness, power, kindness, egoism, and advantage. As we know, in the beginning of the story, we saw how the man saved the mouse from a crowd who wanted to eat him. He also prevented other predators such as dog, cat, tiger from eating the mouse. He converted the mouse in each animal as well so he could protect himself. At the end of the story, we can notice how the mouse forgets who he is because he's a tiger. He thought he was the king of the jungle just because he was a tiger. Seeing the man notice a change of his attitude, he wanted to kill him. But the wise man read his mind and took all his power back, and the mouse became a mouse, once again lonely fighting in the jungle. As you can see, the man was taking out his power, and this is a tiger, and we can see at the beginning there's some little mouse. The story was mostly egoist because the mouse didn't appreciate or thank what he was given. He only cared about himself. He forgot who he really was. That was my presentation. Thank you.